Hello, everybody. This is the Making of a Moor Woman, brought to you by Moor Society Incorporated. I'm Christopher McGee. The Making of a Moor Woman is an educational platform for the Moor Society, particularly the African Village, which is an institution under the umbrella of the Moor Society, as well as the African American Youth Organization, focusing on, of course, the young women of the organization. The purpose of this platform and these recordings is to give those interested parties some insight into what our educational program will be about. The Moore Society is a nonprofit organization, 501c3, dedicated to the cultural and ethnic education of Black Americans. Our focus is Negro social studies in an effort to develop a stronger, more healthier Black American community, a stronger and better culture. Today's recording is about the development of a woman. This targets primarily pubescent women, adolescent women, and young adult women. This is about the fine balance between womanhood and womenhood. Mm. Understanding womanhood, understanding womenhood. Um, as a young woman blossoms and she matures, she her world becomes defined by the responsibilities that come with the many roles she'll play, the many hats she'll wear, be they uh, uh, dating, courtship, promised, a woman promised to a man, an engagement or marriage, whether you're talking about being a wife, a mother, somebody's daughter, if you're talking about being one of your siblings, you're talking about being a mother-in-law, a grandmother, or godmother, or if you're talking about uh, running for office, serving at your church or any other institution of socialization. It's important that all women understand and maintain the balance between the two. Womanhood, being a woman is a large part of a small thing. Womanhood, being you are a small part of a large thing. Womanhood is about you being that wife, that daughter, that mother, that mother-in-law. It's about the unique responsibilities that you have to yourself, your creator, your husband, and family, your extended family, and your community. And then, of course, we talk about womanhood. We're talking about being a small part of a big thing. This is your place in the greater community, your culture, your religion or faith, your political party, your greater social circle. It's very important that women learn to balance the primary the primary responsibilities that come with being with womanhood. Your priorities regarding taking care of your family, taking care of your husband, taking care of yourself, raising your children, to your greater a responsibility you have in terms of womanhood. That is, if you are at school and you saw children without clothes or children who are being abused, your responsibility to tend to them. Whether it's calling the police, getting child protective services, or getting them clothes and getting them food and seeing after them. It's important to understand the dividing line and maintain priorities that care for the greater world of your womanhood versus the world of your womanhood. Now, as a woman, you are a small part of a big thing in terms of womanhood. Womanhood goes back over 250,000 generations, 4.3 million years. A modern woman, 400,000 years. Each generation, like a link in a chain, is a very, very long chain. a 250,000 link chain stretching to all four corners of the globe. Everything you are as a woman, you are standing on the shoulders of the women before you. You stand on their shoulders so that you can see farther and advance a little higher. The responsibility that women have all throughout history to brave the elements, dealing with pestilence, famine, floods, hurricanes, social injustice. All throughout history, women have fought wars, shared in the building of nations. Women have faced many challenges, standing side by side with men, and every generation has made its contribution to the evolution and advancement of humankind. For you as a woman are a small part of a huge thing. Your role and responsibility to link your arm, even in the arms of the women of your generation, uh, and share the responsibility of taking yesteryear, your grandparents, your great grandparents, taking their knowledge, their wisdom, all their creation, and preserving it, learning about it, taking care of it, giving it proper respect. And then for your time, for your generation, investing, discovering, exploring, expanding, and building on that. And then, of course, laying a foundation for your children and your grandchildren, not just to pass it down to them, but to teach them how to pass it to their children and their children's children. Your role in terms of womenhood is great. It takes a great deal of responsibility, and that's which is why in a society, the institutions of socialization, the importance of academic education, religious, paramilitary, and cultural education are so important, which is why the Moor Society has committed itself to being that missing link, that one institution of socialization that we lost as slaves in America, and that we need very much in order to restore ourselves to our former strength. As Black women, you will be instrumental in every aspect of redefining the Negro man in the Americas. Womenhood. Now, womanhood, raising your children, raising a girl to be a woman, sharing and raising your boy to be a man, what you will teach them, how you will teach them from infancy, childhood, puberty and adolescence, young adulthood, middle and late adulthood, each stage of development, how you will prepare them at one stage to advance to the next, establishing that prerequisite knowledge you need at one point to lay the foundation and advance them to prepare them for what they'll have to learn at the next level. The challenge is great, which is why it's so important that women learn to prioritize, to get a full conceptual understanding of womanhood in relationship to womanhood. You because you want there to be a smooth blend when necessary. And you want to be able to attach and detach when necessary at will. And this is something that you will often share with your loved ones. How you balance the role and responsibility of being a woman and your connection to women, your role and responsibility to the greater community of women, well, it can be very challenging. And you never want to take your role to your immediate family for granted. But in many ways, how you function in terms of womanhood will make all the difference in the world for the better of your womanhood. That is, the role you play in the greater community will play a big role with how you shape your world in your more immediate world. For example, right now, the Ukraine, there's a great war and women have the responsibility of protecting their children and getting them to somewhere safe. But at the same time, they want very much to stand side beside their husband and fight a war to protect their homes, to secure their freedoms. This is a huge responsibility. And oftentimes, women connecting with other women means sharing in the responsibility of protecting and serving each other's families, protecting and serving each other's children, attending to the sick, tending to the elderly. Um, in these times of war and famine, in times of tsunami, whether you're talking about a natural disaster or just social unrest and times of war, a woman's ability to balance things out and maintain is paramount. This video is to introduce young Black American women to the cause of defining yourself in terms of womanhood, defining yourself in terms of womenhood, and maintaining a healthy balance. Now, this has been the Making of a Moor Woman, an educational platform brought to you by the Moor Society Incorporated. I am Christopher McGee. If you found this video helpful in any way, if you found it insightful, thought-provoking, please click the word like at the bottom and subscribe to this channel, The Making of a Moor Woman. If you want to hear some of the teachings in preparation for a man's life journey, you can tune into the channel Making of a Moor Man. This is another channel there on YouTube. You can check that out. Thank you for your time. Tune in. There'll be more videos to come. Thank you.